All right, ladies and gents, this is the last lesson of this particular set of directions, the 2x2 digit. And then we're going to go into some dividing. So I want to show you the way I learned how to multiply 2-digit by 2-digit, because this is what you're going to be expected to do once you hit 5th grade. So I want to start giving you some insight. I'm not saying you have to do it this way, but if you feel comfortable, then do it. We're going to do about 3 problems just to get you guys acclimated. So the first one we're going to do is 84 times 37. Go ahead and write that down in your red notebook. Pause while you do it. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to definitely focus on your 1s and 10s. Those are important. But what we're going to do is we're going to do it Mrs. Barnes' way, the way she learned, the way your parents probably learned. We're going to multiply 7 times 4, which is 28. We're going to write it just like that. We're almost ignoring this 3 right now, pretending like it's not even there, but it really is. Then we're going to take this 7, just like the 3 isn't there, and multiply times the 8 tens. 7 times 8 tens is 56 tens. But don't forget, you have to add your 2. 56 plus 2 is 58. My 7 has nothing to multiply here, so we just bring down the 5. So ideally what I just did is I just multiplied 7 times 84. And over here we'll just test it out just to see what that looks like. $588. That's what we did. So let's go ahead and now do what Mrs. Barnes learned. She learned that her 7 is used up in the ones place, so she has to put a 0 in the ones place. Because there's nothing there. There's no more ones. Now what she learned is 3 tens times 4 tens is 12 tens. And since I already used these, I should have crossed them out. I'm sorry about that. 12 tens, so 2 goes here. The 1 goes here. 12 tens. Or you could do it this way. You could put the 1 up here because it's going up above this next space. So it still says 12. There's still a 12 here. Now what you do is you say 3 tens times 8 tens is 24 tens. Plus 1 is 25 tens. 5 goes here. I used my 1. My 2 would go up here. 25 tens. Now my 3 has nothing to multiply by. There's no number here that's not in a circle. So I say 3 times nothing plus 2 is 2. So what we ideally did was 84 times 30. 84 times 3 tens. 3 times 84 is 252 tens, which would be 2,520. And then you add them up. 8 plus 0 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. 2 plus 1 is 3. Your answer should have been 3,108. All right, we're going to do another one just to practice. That might have been confusing, but stick with me. Go ahead and write down 63 times 28. Pause if you need to. All right, again, focusing on the 1s and 10s, making sure that you know what your place value is. We're going to do 8 times 3, which is 24. 8 times 6 is 48, plus 2 is 50. I used my 2, cross it off. 8 is not multiplied by anything here in the hundreds place, so we just bring down that 5. I used up my 8, so I have to put a 0. I used up that 8. Let's change the color, though, just so you see that we're in the same patterning. So now I do 2 tens times 3 1s. So that would be 6 tens. See how the 6 is in the tens place? And then, well, I used up my 5. 2 tens times 6 tens, which gives me 12 hundreds. I think I said tens earlier. It should have been hundreds. Sorry if I did. Hopefully you caught it and went, oh, Mrs. Barnes. 12 hundreds. So there's this extra 1 here. 2 times nothing plus 1 is 1. 12 hundreds. Again, we just literally did 63 times 8. That's what this was, which gave us 504. And then we did, let's change the color there, 2 tens times 63. 63 times 2 tens. 63 times 2 is 126 tens. And that's what we have here. Add them up, and you should have 1,764. Hopefully it's getting a little easier. If it's getting a little easier, look at me wherever I'm standing and give me a thumbs up. I may not see you, but, it's worth a shot. All right, let's do one more. Again, as I said, if you don't feel comfortable with this way, it's okay. You can go back to partial, all 4, or partial 2. I've taught you a lot of things in the last few days. 57 times 74. Whole ones and tens. See if you can move faster than Mrs. Barnes. Go ahead and get this down. All right, 4 times 7, 28. 4 times 5 tens is 20 tens, plus 2 is 22 tens. 4 times no hundreds is nothing, plus 2 is 2. It's used up. So ideally, 57 times 4 is 228. All right, now let's do our 7 tens times 7 ones. Oh, wait, Mrs. Barnes, you used up that ones place. You gotta put a 0. 7 tens times 7 ones is 49 tens. Now you can throw that 4 here if you'd like, or you can put it up on top. It doesn't matter. 7 tens times 5 tens is 35, plus that 4 is 39. Put my 3 right above here. 39, looks like a 39. And I say, oh, 7 has no hundreds to multiply times. So I just add the 3 down, or bring that 3 down. So ideally what we just did is we just did 70 times 57. Add them up. 8 plus 0 is 8. 9 plus 2 is 11. Oh, that one doesn't look very good. 9 plus 2 is 11, plus 1 is 12. And 3 plus 1 is 4. So my answer should be 4,218. You have another page that's a problem set this time, not in your book. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to find a partner to work on it with. There are only 5 questions, but please take your time, and you can use any method you want. Maybe you and your partner use a different method. That's okay. Just check your answers afterwards. So you can either use 4 partials, 2 partials, or you can use this new method I just taught you. Just remember, this is the way your parents learned, and Mrs. Barnes. This is old school, but it still works. All right, you guys are all set. Good luck.